it's going to take a lot of time. I'll just tell you the basics, but make sure before joining the class you watch the lecture. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So we did addition and subtraction of integers, and we did multiplication of integers, and we did some properties as well. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Sad, I cannot see you. Please switch on your video.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just turning it on. Just can you give me like 1 minute? I just want
Okay.
let me just get my textbook.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll explain. I'll recap. I'll give you a recap till then. Zainab. So we started with integers. So integer is something that you've already done. It's basically a set of positive as well as negative numbers. So all the numbers that you've already done, like 1, 2, 3,000, 10,000, 50,000. So all these numbers, but we include the same numbers in negatives as well. So -1, -20,000, -300, -256. So all these numbers, when we combine the positive and negative numbers, there we have integers. Okay. So this is something that you have to learn, that when you have two negative integers, or when integers are there, both of them are positive. So basically you add, as I've given in the example, here both the integers are positive. So we are adding. So 5 plus 7 is giving us 12. And the final sign will be positive. Okay, since both the integers are positive. Now let's say both the integers are negative. In this case, it's -8 and -10. So again, we will add. So whenever there are same signs, we add. So whether it's
It,
two positive signs or two negative signs, we add. Yes.
it's like plus, 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 minus, minus,
Yes,
minus,
yes.
minus, plus, minus. Yeah. I've done it in sixth grade.
Yeah, so this only, and then there were a few questions of addition, like some write a pair of integers whose sum is -7. So you had to write two integers that you add and you get -7. So we did -3 and -4. So when you add them, you get -7. Okay. So we had, and then again we did one more question with the same concept. Then we started with multiplication of integers. So how do we multiply is, like you said, what you've learned, right? Plus plus is plus, minus minus is minus, plus, and plus minus is minus. So you multiply normally, but depending on the sign. If one integer is negative and the other integer is positive, the final answer will be negative. Okay. Whereas in addition, this depends, the final answer, the sign on the final answer depends on which number is bigger. Okay. Like in
Okay.
this case, 10 is bigger. So the answer will be -3. Okay. Whereas in this case, 10 is positive, but it's bigger. So the answer will be +3. Okay.
Okay.
Whereas whereas in multiplication, you go with negative, minus minus is plus, plus plus is also plus, and plus minus is minus. So you go with that. So
Yeah.
let's say I have -5 times 7. So 5 sevens are 35, but one integer is negative, one is positive. So minus plus will be minus. So answer will be -35. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now we did a few properties as well. So the first one was distributive property, where one number is taken out A, then you multiply it with B plus C. So how can you rewrite it? Is first multiply A with B, then plus you multiply A with C. So that's how you open the property. And there'll be questions like check whether this is equal or not. So you can just so there will be questions like check whether right hand side is equal to the left hand side. Similarly, associative
Yeah.
property A, we have three integers here again. Uh, we multiply two of them in a pair, remove and keep one like apart, and the same way A is apart and B and C are in a pair. And commutative is A times B is equal to B times A. Basically means you can multiply in any order, like 4 into 3 will, -4 into 3 will be same as 3 into -4. This is what it's okay. you'll get the same answer. All right.
Okay.
So this is what we've done so far. Tasmeen, please switch on your video. All right. Now for addition also, now I'm starting the fresh topic. So for addition also, we have the same properties, okay? Like we did three properties: distributive, associative, and commutative. So everyone, for addition also we have the same properties, okay? Just the signs will change. So you can write it down with me. Everyone write it down. So it was the first property. Let's take commutative property only. What does the commutative property say, Sad?
Ma'am, like the communicative property of what you
Commutative.
commutative
Commutative.
property would be like what do you call -1 plus 5 is equal to 4. And like I know how to like give the example, but I can't like explain it. I know like the example.
Okay, okay. Okay, wait. Before we go into the properties, one more thing was left. Do you have some space after these properties? That we did in the previous class, the mean and Saad?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have some space after the properties, commutative property that we did um from the previous class? Do you have some space in your notebook?
Yeah.
Okay. Write one more thing there. Okay. So what happens when we multiply with 0?
Ma'am, the answer would be 0.
Correct. So when you multiply with 0, the answer is 0. And that is actually a property for multiplication. Okay. So basically multiplication with 0 will give you 0. So write one more thing. The D part will be multiplication with 0. Multiplication with 0. So it's very simple. Let's say I have an integer a. So if I multiply it with 0, the answer will be 0. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is something you already know, but still write it down. Then we have multiplicative identity. What is the multiplicative identity for integers? Can anyone tell?
I forgot.
Anyone else? Okay, so the multiplicative identity will be 1. Why? Because on multiplying it, any integer with 1, you'll get the same answer. Okay, so multiplicative identity will be 1. So a into 1 is a only, so therefore the multiplicative identity is okay. Write this down. Tell me once you're done, okay? Done, everyone?
Only a bit is left.
Ma'am, are we supposed to write the properties of addition and of integers also?
Done, done, ma'am.
All right. So now the commutative property says that for the multiplication, it was A into B is equal to B into A, which basically means that we can multiply in any order, right? Like 5 into 4 will be equal to 4 into 5. So similarly for addition, commutative property is A plus B and it's equal to B plus A. So that means in integers we can add in any order. So let's take an example. Let's say I have 5 plus negative 7. So that should come out equal as negative 7 plus 5. Okay. So here plus minus will be minus. So 5 minus 7. And here also negative 7 plus 5. So here also subtraction will happen. So 7 minus 5, 7 minus 5 is how much? 2. But because 7 is greater, the answer will be negative 2. Whereas for this one, we have opposite signs, so that means subtraction will happen. So 7 minus 5 will be 2 and answer will be negative 2. Is it clear? Is it clear? Everyone, am I
Yes, ma'am.
audible? Is it clear what I did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's take an example where both the numbers are negative. So example 2 would be negative 3 plus negative 8. That should be equal to what should be what should this be equal to? Can anyone tell?
Yes, ma'am.
What should I write this as equal to?
Negative 11.
No. According to the property, A plus B
Oh,
should be equal to B plus A. So what like that?
oh, okay. Negative 8 plus negative 3.
Very good. Negative 8 plus negative 3. So this will be negative 11, correct? And what about this? What will I get here?
Like
On solving, on adding.
on adding.
Negative 8 plus minus 3. Both of them are negative. So we add 8 plus 3 will be 11. The sign will be negative since 8 is bigger. So the answer will be negative 11. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So what does this mean? This means that addition of integers is commutative. That means we can add in any order. Okay. We can switch the order. We can add B first, but the answer will be same. Is it clear? What happened? Why are you guys not responding?
Done.
Okay, done. But is it clear, Zainab?
Yes, I am clear.
Okay. All right. So the next property, let's do associative property from the previous from the previous topic. What is a associative property? I'm asking Zainab and Tasmi. Sorry, not Zainab. Saad and Tasmi.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. I was asking what is associative property? You can look it in your notebook. We did it yesterday, right? Associative property of multiplication for multiplication.
Ma'am, can I do?
Yes.
Like
Yes. Yes, Tasmi.
in associative property, you first we first solve the ones that are there in the bracket, and then with that, with the answer that we get, we move to the main question, like
Okay.
the part.
So for addition, we have A plus B in the bracket and plus C outside. So this will be equal to A outside the bracket plus B plus C. Okay. So you first solve the numbers in the bracket and then you add that with the number outside. Okay. Let's take three integers. Let's say A is equal to 3, B is equal to -4, and C is equal to -2. Okay. So if I put the values here, A is 3, so 3 plus -4. This is then plus minus. This should be equal to what? Can anyone tell what will be on the opposite side?
Ma'am, in
Uh,
the opposite side, it would be 3 plus -2, uh, and then plus -4.
Right. So first of all, like the property says, we solve inside the bracket. So 3 plus -4 plus -2. Okay, I'm just opening the signs because we have two signs. So plus minus will become minus. This is equal to 3 plus, this will be inside the bracket -2 plus -4. Okay, I've just opened the brackets, nothing else. So 3 minus 4 will be how much? 3 minus 4, 1 or -1?
-1.
Yes. -1, -2. This is equal to 3 plus. So minus minus is plus. So -2 minus 4 will be how much?
6 -6.
Yes, -6. Okay, so -1 and -2. How much will I get here? What will be the answer for this? Zainab,
-3.
can you tell?
three,
Make sure you
3 equal
know what's the sign. Both of them are negative, right? So what will be the sign?
plus minus minus plus.
That happens in multiplication. We are adding, right? So that means the bigger number will take the sign of the bigger number, which is 2. So -3. This will be equal to uh plus minus minus. So 3 minus 6 is how much?
3 minus 3.
Yes. That means this property is correct, that we can like add 2 first and then add the sum with the third. Okay. Write this
Yes.
down, everyone. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Saad, what?
I'm just having a bit pain in my teeth, nothing that much.
Oh, is it about to break or something?
Yeah, like it's moving a lot.
Quickly write this down. Which property is left? Can anyone tell? We did commutative, we did associative. One more property is left. Tasmeen and Saad.
Hanji, yeah, oh sorry, yes.
One more property is left. Associative is done and commutative is done. Which is the third property?
Um, Ma'am, I think
Closure.
so. It should be like additive.
Okay, that also. But like this, like a bigger property. Okay, first of all, write this down, then we'll discuss.
Is it closure property?
Yes, we have that also. Yeah, that is the one that's left.
Done, ma'am.
Everyone finish it, complete it, and tell me. Answer it. Tasmeen and Saad, switch on your video. Done, both of you, Tasmeen and Saad.
Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am, done. Technically, yeah.
okay. Now the last property. Now the next property we have is closure property. This you might have done in rational numbers, closure property. Can anyone tell what is closure property? Okay, so basically, we'll do closure property of integers first of all under addition. Okay, and then we will do under subtraction. So what this property means is, let me write it down. So when we are adding two integers, okay, the sum should also be an integer. Okay, and if that's the case, that means the integers are closed and closed under addition. Okay, so let's take an example. Let's add negative 20 and plus 10. So what will I get? Can anyone tell the answer?
Minus 10.
Minus 10.
Very good. So we're getting negative 10. So that means on adding two integers, we are getting one integer. Okay. Let's take another example. Let's say we have, let's take both of them as negative. So negative 20 and plus negative 10. So how much will I get?
Negative 30.
Very good. Negative 30. So that again we are adding adding two integers, get an answer. We get an answer as an integer. So we can write that addition is enclosed under addition of
Ma'am, how
integers
did
is
we like?
hmm,
So first we minus 20. So we took minus plus minus, and then
hmm,
minus minus plus, right?
yes.
So the answer is plus.
No, no, no. The big
Okay, zero.
that happens in multiplication. When we are adding and subtracting, the sign depends on the bigger number. The sign depends on the sign of the bigger number. In this case, out of 20 and 10, 20 is the bigger number and 20 is negative. That means the final answer will also be negative. Okay.
Okay.
Write this down. So we're going to write integers are enclosed under addition. What do you guys think about subtraction? How can anyone give me an example or just explain how to do this? It will be the exact same thing as addition. Okay, one by one. Zainab, you start. What do you think will happen for um closure property for subtraction of integers?
The same thing in minus.
Hmm. And what is that?
Like plus, if I take the same question, plus 20 minus 10.
What does the closure property says? What did I explain? Okay, this mean you answer. What does the closure property says?
Yes, ma'am.
I was saying, what does the closure property says? For addition only.
For addition,
Closure property for addition. What did I explain?
I told that all the integers are like they like are like are what was the word? Enclosed under addition.
Okay, okay. But what, okay. Saad, you explain. Can you explain what is closure property?
Ma'am, closure property is just what you call, and it's just what you call normal addition and subtraction. So then what do you call minus negative 20 plus 10 is equal to negative 10. It's just
No, no. Wait.
that what do you call, when you add a positive to the negative and the negative is bigger, so then uh, the final answer would also be negative.
All right. So none of you were paying attention when I explained what closure property is. What did I say about closure property? When you add two integers, the answer or the sum is also an integer. That is what closure property is. Okay. So when you add two integers, your answer should also be an integer. It's not like you're adding two integers and your answer is coming in decimal or in fraction. So if that was the case, then the integers would not be enclosed under addition. But when you're adding two integers, the answer is also an integer. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you an example to explain what I'm saying. Let's say now for subtraction also, when you subtract two integers, the answer should be a positive integer or a negative integer. It should not be anything else. It cannot be a fraction. It cannot be a decimal. It should be an integer. Okay. So when you're subtracting two integers, the answer should also be an integer. So let's say we have -5, subtracting it with 10. So here what we have, what's happening, subtraction is happening, but the answer will be -15. So we are getting an integer. So that means subtraction is enclosed under it. Integers are enclosed under subtraction. Let's take one positive and one negative. So this was +10. So let's take both of them as, so let's say we have 20 minus 5. Here 5 is negative, 20 is positive, and what we are getting is 15. So that means we are getting an integer back. So that means integers are enclosed under subtraction. Okay.
Yes.
Write this down and pay attention. And if you don't understand, you guys can ask that, can you repeat, or I'll give one more example or anything, but at least ask if you're not understanding.
None, ma'am.
All right, give me 1 second. All right. Now for multiplication, we have a multiplicative identity, and for addition, we will not have a multiplicative identity. We will have an additive identity. Okay. So what will be an additive identity? So for multiplication, when we had a multiplicative identity, the answer was not changing, right? One was the multiplicative identity. So let's say we had -5 into 1. The answer would have been -5. Or let's say 20 into 1. The answer was 20. So the answer, the number is not changing, right? So similarly, for addition, we want a number that does not change our answer. So if I have, let's say, if I have 20, what should be the additive identity that the number does not change?
0.
It's very easy, guys. Yes, very good. So 0 should be the additive identity. Okay, so in this case, 0 is the additive identity. So a plus 0 is a.
So it's the same as this multiplication.
No, the multiplicative identity is 1, whereas 0 is the additive identity. Okay. Why did I relate that? How can you remember is that the number that is not changing the answer, right? So for addition, what will we add so the answer does not change? So we'll add 0.
Yes.
Okay, and for multiplication, we multiply it with 1. So 20 plus 0 is 20. Let's say we have -50. So if I add 0, the answer will be -50. Okay, so that's why this is the additive identity. Write this down.
Ma'am, for me, it's showing that you have paused your screen share.
Can you see the screen or is it blank?
It's showing that Arshia
Let,
has paused screen sharing.
wait, give me 1 second. Tell me once everyone is done.
Now I can see.
Done, ma'am.
Tadi also, are you done?
Almost done.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. All right, now let's start with the questions. Give me 1 second. All right. We already did the questions for multiplication in the previous class. Now we're done with addition and subtraction. We're done with multiplication. Now we'll start with division. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Ma'am, I cannot
Am
see
I
the
audible?
screen.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
I've paused that. I was saying that we're done with addition and subtraction. We're done with multiplication. We did the questions of multiplication. I have one more question. Okay. Wait. I'm sharing a different screen. Tell me once you guys can see it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So now there's a question. They are saying determine the integer whose product with -1 is -22. Okay. So they are saying what should I multiply -1 so that I get -22? So what do you think? What do you guys think? Start first. Can you tell me the answer? Or should I explain? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Man, your voice is
Start.
cracking a bit for me.
Okay, I'm saying that the second part of the third question says that you have to tell the integer when you multiply -1 with what should you multiply -1 with to get -22. Okay, basic. Let me write it in. Again, sharing a different screen. Tell me once you can see it.
22.
So we have -1. What should be yes, that's it. So if you have -1, what should be multiplied to get -22? So because this is negative and the answer is also negative, so that means we will multiply a positive integer. Okay. What about 0 into something to get 5? No, no, not 5.
It can't happen.
Wait, sorry, I wrote it the opposite. So 5 into something will be 0.
0. Uh,
Sad, do you have any question?
no, ma'am.
Okay. So let's start with division of integer. Everyone write down the heading, division of integers. Okay. And again, we'll start with the properties. Am I audible or is my voice breaking? Help me.
The voice is not breathing.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first property, again, we have commutative property. Okay. What was the commutative property for addition? By now, you guys should remember it. Should remember it. What was the commutative property for addition or subtract or multiplication? Anyone?
Ma'am, for example, if there is a divided by b, which equals to b divided by a. It just shows the
Correct.
opposite.
Very good. So this should be the closure property, right? But now let's check whether this can happen or not. Let's say I have -4 divided by -8, right? And this should be equal to what? -8 divided by -4. Okay. So if I write this like -4 by -8, what will I get? Negative sign gets cancelled with negative. 4 ones are 4 and 4 twos are 8. So the answer is 1 by 2. So here the answer is 1 by 2 and this should be equal. If I do -8 by -4, everyone first pay attention. Again, negative signs get cancelled. 8 ones are 8. Sorry, 4 ones are 4 and 4 twos are 8. So here the answer is 2 by 1. So the answers are not coming the same. So 1 by 2 is equal to 2. Is that correct? It's not equal, right? Because it's half here and it's 2 here. So that means this property is not valid for division. Why? Because we cannot add in any order. Like for multiplication, I can do 3 into 4, which will come out as 12, or I can do 4 into 3, that will also be 12. But that is not the case for division. If I change the order, like for the first one, I wrote first 4 before and 8 afterwards, and then I switched the orders, the answer is completely different. Okay, so that is why commutative property is not valid for division of integers. Is this clear?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Saad, is it clear to you as well?
Ma'am, your voice is like still cracking for me a bit. I don't know why.
Is my voice cracking or
For me, it's happening a bit.
okay,
Maybe like the
I'll
connection is
repeat.
not.
I'll repeat. I was saying that the according to the property, we can divide in any order, right? So A divided by B should be equal to B divided by A. But when we take an example, we solve it, the answers are not coming equal. And that is because for division, it's not possible to divide in any order. Okay, the answer will change. So in this case, we are getting a rational number, or you can say we are getting a fraction. Okay, so that is why So in this case, we're getting a rational number. And in this case, we're just getting an integer. And which means they are not equal. So that is why this property is not valid for division. Is that clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Write it down.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll write it down very quickly. Done, sir.
No, ma'am, like a bit is left.
Okay, so write it down. Okay, till then you guys try for associative property. Oh, wait, 1 second. Okay, wait, there is no associative, they haven't given the associative property.
Done, ma'am.
Only this. Okay. Then what should be the
Closure property.
no closure property also not. They just have given that commutative property only, okay? And then what will you get if you divide any number by 1, any integer by 1? Will you get the same answer or will you get 0? What will happen?
We'll get the same answer.
Yes, correct. So that will be the second one. You can just write it like a divided by 1 will be a. Okay, that's it. So I'll write it down.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Write this also. Done? I mean, complete it and tell me once you guys are done.
Done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now the third thing is when you divide two positive integers, this can come in the same property. It's basically the sign. So let's say negative a divided by negative b. Okay. So you will get the answer as A divided by. Okay. What does that mean is the signs get cancelled out when both of them are negative. Okay. Is it clear what this means?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And remember that B is not equal to 0 here. So you can just write like B is not equal to 0. Similarly, this is the first. Then we have both the positive integers when they are divided. You will get a positive integer only. And if one is negative, one is positive, then what are you going to get? Negative, the answer will be negative. Okay. Outside the bracket means the whole answer is negative. Is that clear? So the same for multiplication. The signs that we do, both of them are positive, the answer will be positive. Both the numbers are negative, the answer is positive. If one is positive, one is negative, the answer is negative. Write this down.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Saadi also?
Almost.
Okay, write it down. Does mean your test, your exam is over, right? Did your exam happen? Did you take a math exam?
Ma'am, my math is
Unmute yourself. I cannot hear you. Half
ma'am,
yearly.
my
I'm talking about
math
half yearly.
is
Done,
it's the
ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
day after tomorrow. It's on Sunday.
Okay, okay. So we'll complete this chapter by then, hopefully. Um, okay. So